Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to low-carb-recipe-ideas.com. Forgive me this week, I've got a cold so my voice isn't very good. But anyway, we're going to make a low-carb panzerotti. I love pizzas, I love panzerottis, and I thought, okay, you could actually use this recipe to make your pizza also. But we're going to just do a little twist and make it into a panzerotti this time. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a cup of shredded mozzarella, get it all out of there, a cup and 3/4. So I've got a cup and 3/4 of mozzarella cheese here. And we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. And I'm going to set this into the microwave on high for 1 minute. So now we're going to stir it up and mix the cream cheese and the mozzarella cheese together. Now this is the same recipe that I used for our low-carb crackers, but we are going to make it as a crust for our pizza this time. Oh, the combination of these cheeses just smells so good. Okay, I'm going to put it back in for another 30 seconds on high. So that's been another 30 seconds. My bowl's a little hot, so I better use my little hot pad here. Stir this around. Okay, now we're going to add, oh, got some on my hot pad, a half cup of almond meal. Now this particular almond meal I bought already made up, ground up, and I got it at the bulk barn, but Costco has the best price that I have found, but they didn't have any when I was looking for it. And then I'm going to put in some garlic salt, and it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. So we're going to stir this up. Is that too hot? Not bad. And then we're going to add an egg. Now the last time I made this recipe, I forgot to put in the egg, and I thought it worked quite well. But we're going to put the egg in again and just see if there's that much of a difference when it comes to the pizza crust. And I just want to let it cool off just a little bit because I don't want the egg to be cooking on me. Okay, now we're going to add in our egg. So that's 1 egg added, and then we'll just mix it up. Now it takes a couple of minutes to mix the egg in, so just be patient and work with it. Okay, it smells so good with the cheese and the garlic. It just smells delicious. So now what I've got is I've got my pizza pan, and I'm going to take and drop in my dough onto the pizza pan. Let's see if I can put it more into the center. Kind of got away on me there a little bit. There we go. And we're going to take another piece of parchment paper and we will put that on top. And just take your time, and you've got the edge of your pizza that you can just gradually work around and make it work on the edge, to the edges of the pizza pan. So just take your time and flatten it out. You can use a rolling pin, but I like doing it right on the pan so that I've got the right size that I want. Because I'm making one big panzerotti, and I'm hoping that I'm going to share it with the family. You could do smaller ones, individual ones, and then fold them over if you'd like. That's up to you. So I'm just going to peel off the parchment paper. This is going to go into the oven for approximately 5 minutes, and at 425, and then I will remove it. Now I just took it out of the oven after 5 minutes. While it was in the oven, there was some big bubbles that had come up, so I just had taken and put a fork in them just to break them down. But I don't want it completely cooked, so I just want you to see. Can you see if I peel it off, you still got some little nice browns on there? It looks really, really good. So now we're going to put our filling in. So what I did was, I probably should have showed you on the video, I turned, I used, this is the parchment paper that I took off that was on the bottom. And you can see it did stick a little bit, so I had to take my knife and scrape it off a tad. But I've got it turned upside down and I put it back on the pizza pan. And now we're going to add our ingredients. Okay, so we're basically going to use half of the crust, and we're going to add on our different articles of food. So I'm going to put some ricotta cheese on here. So I'm just going to take it out of the container here. And I'm just going to sort of spread it around. There we go. Now we're going to add our pizza sauce, and this one is a little spicy, and you don't need tons, but you need enough just to get that extra flavor with everything else. We just mix that in. This is going to be so good. Now I've got sliced mushrooms. So I have just over a cup of sliced mushrooms that we're going to throw in here. And I've got bacon crumble. We have a store here in town. It's Rico, R-I-C-C-O, and they sell bulk of many things. So I've got a cup of bacon crumbs that are so good. It's the same thing that they put on all the pizzas that you buy at the pizza stores. Very, very good. And then I've got pepperoni, and I'm using Pillars pepperoni. It's like 1 carb for 10 of the slices of pepperoni. So we're just going to throw some in here. It looks so good. Now it's not going to be exactly the same as the Panzerottis you buy, but it has all the flavors that you're looking for, because it's hard to get your crust the way a Panzerotti would be. Now this is our mozzarella cheese that we're going to throw on top, and I use just over a cup of the mozzarella cheese. Now we're going to take it and fold it over. And I'm not going to be able to press them down that they're going to join at the edges. But like I said, it's pretty darn close to a Panzerotti. So we're going to put it back in the oven, and we're going to let everything melt, because everything is already pre-cooked on here, and then we'll brown up our Panzerotti. So it's been in the oven for 5 minutes. I'm just going to take my parchment paper and turn it over to the other side, and we're going to put it back into the oven for another 5. So I've just put my Panzerotti on a cutting board or whatever with the parchment paper, and I'm just going to take and cut the edge off. And we're going to flip it over, and there is our lovely Panzerotti. Looks so good. Oh, this looks so delicious. So here is our low-carb Panzerotti. It's really, really good. Crust is not the same as a regular Panzerotti, but it's excellent. I'm very pleased with it. Please go to lowcarbrecipe.com. Try this recipe and try some of my other ones. You take care until the next video. Bye now.